Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? My name is Kent. The channel is EOS San Diego. And I make videos about the blockchain, about cryptocurrencies, about Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins. I make videos about all the cryptocurrencies. And obviously the big news today, as in the previous few days, has been the drop in the market. Bitcoin dropped down below 10,000 today. As I started this video just a few minutes ago, it was over 10,000, but it's taken a significant hit, as all altcoins have taken. I think the reason for this big drop in the market is the overextended positions in DeFi, decentralized finance. I noticed on DeFi Pulse, the amount invested was getting close to 10 billion, and now it's dropped back to 7.5 billion. So people are liquidating positions. What happens, you use your Bitcoin to collateralize a loan, and then if that loan, whatever you borrowed, starts to drop in value, you could possibly get your Bitcoin liquidated. And I think people probably have an opportunity to liquidate before it drops too much. So as what you borrowed starts to drop in value and you see that maybe it might get to a point where they have to liquidate your Bitcoin, you may be able to sell your Bitcoin to get out of that position. And that's what I think is happening. So people get scared. As the market starts to drop, it starts to become a domino thing. As it gets lower and lower and lower, people start to fear maybe they're going to lose their collateral. Then they're going to go ahead and just sell their position, and of course that's going to be have a bigger effect on the market and cause it to drop even more. And I think that's what's going on, which is a temporary thing. I mean, it's going to come back as soon as these positions start to get a little bit more strength and people get a little more in a stronger position and get a little more idea or feelings that the market's not going to go down. But I think as long as we have DeFi around, you're going to see ups and downs in the market. But for every time it goes down, you're going to see equal time that it goes up. And of course, every time I think it goes up, we're going to reach more higher and higher highs. So right now, every time it goes up, it kind of seems to reach around 12,000 and it backs off. I think the next time it goes up, we might hit something much higher than 12, maybe 15, maybe 19, maybe 20. And then we might have another significant pullback because of people over leverage, because they want to take advantage of the market going up. So you're going to see that. The other thing we're in kind of an unregulated area with the Bitcoin and with the exchanges. We don't really know, the volume. We don't really know how long people are, how short people are. I know a lot of people talk about that, but I don't know that there's a good place to get that information, get it's truly accurate. So we don't know. All we know is that when people sell, the price goes down. When people buy, the price goes up. And right now we see selling, so we know people are liquidating, and I think a lot of it has to revolve around DeFi, decentralized finance, which means people are overextended because people were overly optimistic about the market. They wanted to take advantage of the market going up, so they overextend themselves by borrowing against smaller amounts to get larger positions. And of course, then when the market drops, they got to liquidate, so it's causing it all to fall back again. So that's all it is. It's just a game that people are playing with the DeFi going up and down. So I think it's going to come back. I don't think we have much to worry about. The other thing I want to talk a little bit about tonight is I want to talk about this notion that I hear a lot of people say is that all altcoins are scams. So in fact, one of the people that say this all the time is Max Kaiser. If you don't know who he is, he's on RT. He's been around for a long time. Says a lot of good stuff. He loves Bitcoin. He says Bitcoin is the only true money, of which I agree with. And he claims that only Bitcoin is the only real true cryptocurrency, and everything else, even Ethereum, is basically a scam or a way for people to get your Bitcoin. And I want to talk about that for a second because I hear people say that a lot, and I think that some of the bigger people are saying this, that altcoins aren't truly the true money. Of course, Bitcoin is, altcoins are. I agree that Bitcoin is true money, but I also agree so are altcoins. And the reason I say that is because if you don't think altcoins are important, then I don't believe Bitcoin will ever get mass adoption. The only way Bitcoin gets mass adoption is with the altcoin market. If you don't have the altcoins and you don't have the ability for people to trade back and forth and have the ability for more than 21 million, which is all there is in Bitcoin, 21 million. If you don't have the ability for that market to be bigger, to grow, to have more expansion, to have more people be able to utilize it through the numerous altcoins that are available, then it's never going to get mass adoption. So I think that people that don't think that the altcoins don't take them seriously, don't really see the overall picture of where utility are going to be the driver of Bitcoin. So for to totally dismiss the altcoin market as nothing more than a scam is diminishing Bitcoin and causing Bitcoin to not be as valuable. So in a way, a guy like Max Kaiser, who loves Bitcoin, who thinks Bitcoin is the greatest thing in the world, and almost basically says Bitcoin is it. If you don't have Bitcoin, then you have nothing. And then does not recognize the altcoin market, really diminishes what Bitcoin is and what it does, and the fact that it is a cryptocurrency. Because all the other altcoins basically are built around the Bitcoin idea of blockchain. So blockchain and the ability to write smart contracts with the altcoins, with a lot of the altcoins, is what makes all this stuff work. It makes the whole space alive, so you can do something with it. So it's not just a store of value like Bitcoin is. So you gotta accept the altcoin market for what it is, which is part of the whole Bitcoin cryptocurrency, the whole market, the whole idea of behind what it is that we're doing here, which is creating digital money, creating a digital market, creating a digital world through the altcoins and Bitcoin. So if you ever hear that, please dismiss it as just somebody that just lacks the intelligence, or shouldn't say intelligence, but lacks the understanding to understand how significant altcoins are to the entire market. And that's not because we have an altcoin. You know, we have an application called the Challenge application running on the EOS blockchain. And I'm not saying this because we have an altcoin. I'm saying this, I believe this way before we had an altcoin, and that's the reason why we developed an altcoin, because we saw how important it was to the whole entire system, the whole entire space, the whole entire ecosystem of cryptocurrencies to have the altcoin. That's why we did an altcoin, not because we wanted to do an altcoin because we were trying to figure out a way to convert it to Bitcoin. We did it because we saw an opportunity to build an application and use cryptocurrency to drive the application. That's what we've done. So, like I say, this is not a win-lose situation or a win-win situation or a lose-lose situation. It's a win situation for Bitcoin, for the altcoins. The altcoins are a similar situation for Bitcoin. They all support each other and they all work together. So they are not in opposition to one another, and one's not trying to utilize the other or take advantage of the other. So anyway, that's, like I say, I hear that often, and I'm kind of, to me, it's a little bit of a narrow-minded, narrow way of looking at things. So anyway, hopefully this downturn's a short-term event, and it will turn around very quickly, and we will see much higher prices in Bitcoin, and of course the other altcoins coming back too. I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much.